Whenever the pendulum swings is when post-commentary is going to appear. Now on with the video. Good morning, mademoiselles and messieurs, and welcome back to the post-commentary podcast, where we continue where we left off.
One thing here is the relic race.
Yep, the relic races, and then the final boss of the game.
I should be able to first try both of these. They're not hard at all.
And yet you'll probably remain silent the entire time, me. I wonder why. Is it perhaps that you have to focus or something? I don't know. What do you think, me? Good talk. Honestly. But, we're off to... Now this... I'll probably call this the finale, and then the other one I have a bonus. I do some weird things in this one, because I wanted to shorten it a bit, because it still felt a bit too long, because I sped up the credits. The credits have been sped up. They're at more than double speed, because those took a bit too much time when I was just naming off all the little character nonsense there. And I might just cut that bit out, just entirely of past me talking to just kind of collect my thoughts. If you want to read, like, if you get all the normal sapphire relics, that's enough to see the little character flavor text and the thing at the very end. Which, granted, I let play, but future me will talk over it. Because I think this will be the... I showed off again in the bonus video. Or, no, I sped it up. I sped it up quite a bit in the bonus one, because I did click it in that one. So it was just like, let's just do that. So, and there will once again be post-commentary podcast in the bonus as well, because there is also so little. I think this was just... I think I was biting off a bit too much than I could chew, you know? Like, I love this game, and I am good at it, but I just cannot speak during it for the life of me. You know, and some games, now that I know that this post-commentary thing works, and that I like it, and that it can work well for what I need it to, it can appear in the future. More in the future. I was trying to do a fun thing, but it failed horribly, as you can tell.
At 1040. Barely even 10 behind Sapphire. This one's generous for some reason. I don't know why. These last two are just super generous with their times. I don't know why. They just are. These last two are just so generous with their times. Not retry.
Yes, retry.
Exit the map, please.
Oh, more.
Well, we missed the fan chair, but now we're right next to the other one, so...
That works.
It is what it is. Or not.
Yeah, there's the fanfare. Even past me didn't know about it.
And this one is also Omega Generous. These two are just super easy to get. I don't know why. The last two you unlock are the easiest platinums in the game to get. They just are.
I mean, I first tried them. You might not, but I found them easy enough back when I knew nothing of tech, when I knew nothing of strategy. I knew not of the ways of the world, because in Turbo Track, all of the turbo pads are super turbo pads. I always have to slow myself down because I feel like I'm talking too fast, which is, again, a very, very strange statement to be saying. So here I'm using the U-turn religiously. So if you really have trouble figuring out what is a U-turn and what isn't on those hairpin turn areas, that's where I'm using the U-turn tech. Like, I always use it because I'm not losing a lot of speed, and I just see, like, I'll still get the platinum because the time here is just, it's insane. It's like, I don't know why. Again, Ask Me said it best. The times here are just super generous. these aren't really much of an issue. As long as you drive, you know, somewhat carefully, you'll probably get it, you know? Yeah, nice. Because they were in a straight line, I just went after both. It's just... like, this is a really fun track because you go so fast, but the times is super easy. Like, the Sapphire is 1:45, and I'm just now hitting 30 seconds, and I'm on a lap 3.
All the turbo pads here
are super turbo pads.
as you can probably see, are super turbo pads.
There you go, me.
Every single one.
Yes, I just went over that, but future me also forgot what all of this was. Granted, I could have rewatched this and tried to time jokes better, but nah, I'ma just wing it. And sometimes it works out cool.
Yeah, 119. Why are these two so much easier? They're so easy to get. You can miss so many time crates and still get it. It's insane.
They're just nice tracks for some reason. I think the game takes pity on you.
So the end is near.
Be careful with the copyrights, because YouTube doesn't like songs that are, you know, things. But yeah, and that's it. And I let it play because I'm just like, we're at the end cutscene.
So, you're back, and you've gathered all my time relics. I'm impressed. Well, it's about time I taught you a real
That time.
This race is from James.
Yeah, I got it. Time, because relic races, time trials.
Yeah.
Over explaining
All
jokes.
platinums, all tokens, and the joke of a final boss. It's on a course that I can Omega cheese. Of course I'm going to be using the Omega cheese. Why would I use anything else?
I don't know.
I'll just keep using the things that have been working this entire time. Yeah, in Oxide final challenge.
Yeah, even the title is different because it changes for some reason. I do love that he gets an early starting boost ahead of you. Like, he literally cheats. It's funny. Hit the nitro there. I was trying to avoid all of the blasty stuffs, all the blasty boosts. Oh, I didn't even see that one hit me. No, like future me couldn't even see that, not past me. This is still future me speaking. But again, the clock usually clues that in there. Here's the rain cloud that can really mess you up, man.
And like that, we've won.
Actually, it still seemed to keep my speed. I don't think it actually... I thought it was worse. I thought it like slowed you down and walloped your card a bit
Like
or
that,
something.
I'll let you listen to the boss music, which is really good.
Well, future me is here. You can still hear it. As much... It is good. I love the boss race music. I really, really do. And I think past me just races as if nothing has changed. I'm pretty sure I might take the shortcut again. I don't know if I'd take this casually or not. Hopefully, if past me was smart, he takes the shortcut to make the video shorter. That past me probably didn't have that hindsight at this point. So yeah, now we know. There you go. You still made it. That's insane. Such an insane shortcut. Again, I learned that from a speedrun, and now I always take it because I'm just like, sure. Make an already not boss even more of a not boss fight race. It's a race. I wonder if Diddy Kong racing is something I should do. Something to think about in the future. Because that one also has boss races that are significantly more unique. Much as I hate to say it, because, you know, They're not in carts. And they're like animals that do weird and interesting things. It's an interesting game. And it has kind of different carts, like slightly controlled differently, though also not really. It's interesting is what I'm saying. I've played Diddy Kong Racing before, so I would know. I don't know if I would do the original or the DS version, but discussions for later. Mayhaps sometime in the future. But that is final boss.
And like that, it's over. And under 3 minutes.
I mean, what do you expect? We'd use the cheese shortcut.
This has been the adventure mode for Crash Team Racing. Folks, that's it. We're done.
Yep. 101%. I cut out, like, I did go back in to show off I had 101, but if you've been following along and seeing how I do things and doing things similarly or close enough, you also know how 101% is obtained. Gold also gives you 101%, but platinum is for bragging rights.
We meet once again. Now I have to go back to the planet Gasmoxia, a complete loser.
Man, loser.
That's it. I'm finished racing in these mushy backward worlds. Keep your miserable planet.
I love him.
Here for good.
Yeah. Yep, that's it, and then off he goes. Pew! And this is the part where I visibly sped it up, so I'm probably gonna cut out my actual voice here. If you want to read the little flavor text, YouTube has its own slowdown button, or you could just easily pause, because, you know, this went on, like, the credits went on for a bit longer than I would like. So I was just like, do people really want to see these credits? I know the flavor text is new, but it's not really enough to sit through the credits. I know past me is talking and going over it, but it also feels just a touch boring, you know? So I sped it up. I don't know if I want to leave Ask me in or not, because again, I am speaking fast and it's kind of funny. Yeah, because when I do Pinstripe, I do a little accent, you know, in New Jersey, because, you know, that's the accent he has, and it's funny. But yeah, you get this when you beat Oxide for the second time. You get the little flavor text. Pretty sure. But it's what's after this that's a bit more fun. And it's... I don't know if Completionist is truly worth it for this, but I like it. I like the end bit. It reminds me of another game that I'll probably get to. I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it in Rack 2 or Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I love this stuff. Yeah, concept art, the scrapbook, stuff like the Insomniac Museum. I absolutely love stuff like that, and why I go out of my way to complete Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. Like, I've platinumed that game on the PS3 many times. So I just kind of left this in. It's in the bonus video as well, but I sped it up considerably because, you know, I already showed it off. Well, I showed it off a second time. I think you only get the scrapbook if you get 100% or above. Like, I'm pretty sure, or is it only 101%? I don't actually know. Yeah, like, and this is a funny thing, you know, this CTR, want to know something blasphemous? This is, well, aside from Nitro Kart, is the only Crash game, well, I've definitely the only Crash game I've completed. I haven't completed Nitro Kart, but aside from Nitro Kart, the original Naughty Dog games, CTR is the only one I've ever played and beaten. I've played bits and pieces of the other 3, but I've never beaten any of the original trilogy. Which I do have. I not only have the Insane trilogy, but I also have the original trilogy. Don't know when that's going to happen, because I want to do CTR, and it's different enough. But when it comes to games that have numbers or a series or a kind of ish distinct timeline, I'll try to play it in order. Kirby was kind of a bit, it is an exception because you can kind of throw a dart and start at a Kirby game and it doesn't ultimately matter, you know? Kirby does have its own lore, but you kind of throw at a dart, yeah, I'll start here, you know? Kirby games are all starter games. You can start at virtually anyone and have a good time, you know? Oh, man. Again, the next one, go between a couple for the next curb. And that is not the next Let's Play. Oh, that's still a surprise. I don't know when the next Kerbo is, but it will be probably after the one I'm currently doing. Not the next one. If I'm being vague and confusing, it's because I don't want to spoil anything. And I want to be vague and confusing. I just love all this concept stuff. That's why I go out of my way to complete Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. But is it worth it? That's something you gotta ask yourself. For me, in a ways, yeah, it kind of is. I love this stuff. This stuff is goofy and weird and funny. I love stuff like this. This is some of the coolest stuff, you know? And once you do the stuff that no one would ever want to do. Because the next 3 videos were going to be nothing but time trial videos, and those were just not good. They just aren't good. And this is probably just going to be titled as the finale, and the next one is just going to be the bonus. The next one isn't going to be important. It's going to show off, like, yes, I unlocked all of the rest of the things, you know? I mean, except the battle modes. But I've already done all the races like 5 times over. That's what you have to do. You go to arcade mode, cup, every single difficulty, every single cup on every difficulty. That's what you do to unlock the rest of the battle maps. You know, I'm not doing it, you know, for this series. I can do it on my own time, but it just gets boring after a while, I think. Which is unfortunate. I love this game. I do. And I think I like the original more than Nitro Fueled, but yeah. Thank you much for playing, and thank you so much for watching. Until then.